Leaders are weighing new steps in the ongoing Ukraine crisis. The European Union has signaled it may explore further use of frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine's war effort. So far, 3.7 billion euros in windfall profits from these frozen assets have already been directed to the Ukrainian government. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen emphasized the urgency of holding Russia accountable, stating, "One thing is very clear. Russia, the predator, has to be held accountable for what it did and has to pay for the damage and for the aggression." European leaders are carefully exploring the most effective ways to leverage these assets, balancing legal, ethical, and strategic considerations. Von der Leyen's remarks send a clear message. Russia must face the consequences of its aggression, and the international community remains determined to support Ukraine.
So we welcome the Lithuanian proposal. In general, as you know, what we do right now, we take the windfall profits from the mobilized assets and we directly channel them to Ukraine, either for defense matters or for reconstruction matters. So far, 3.7 billion euros have been generated by windfall profits, and more is to come on a regular basis. But we are also reflecting on the next steps and best use of these assets, because one thing is very clear. Russia, the predator, has to be held accountable for what it did and has to pay. Has to pay for the damage and for the aggression. That has to be the principle, and therefore we are looking into an additional use of the windfall profits that are immobilized.
And as I mentioned, Lithuania has applied for 8 billion euros from this financial instrument. 7 billion euros will be dedicated to establishment and development of our national division until 2030. About 1 billion euros will be dedicated to the strengthening of our border and exactly in building the Baltic defense line together with our neighbor Poland. So I think those resources will come immediately. They will be spent in most efficient way. And Lithuania understands the situation now is very dangerous, very fragile, and we have to be able to detect the UAVs which are crossing from time to time our border, and we should be able to shoot them down if needed. So this is about safety of our people, and we take this very seriously.